Oh snap. Just get over here. It's like trick or treat. What the crap is that? I want the candies. Now waiters, please. Thank you.
Want another one?
No. That's half open.
Yeah, no.
There we go. It was so nice yesterday, and then like winter's back today.
Yeah.
65, and now it's like
I don't know if it'll reach
30s with
60.
Huh?
So I don't know if it'll reach 60
It's
like I said.
supposed to today. But it's like in the 30s with wind cranking it. It feels like it's probably 20 miles plus 20, 30 miles an hour up here.
And
It might be kind of on this ridge there.
oh.
Just sound like hens talking?
No, I heard 2 gobbles.
I heard gobbles.
Oh yeah, for sure gobbles.
Alright.
I just don't think they're much further than 200 yards, or maybe even under 200 yards.
Alright. Well, let's turn off the light.
Yeah.
They might be right up here. Dude, they're so close.
Yeah.
They're a little ways. I think we can get down here and cross this creek, because they ain't gonna cross this creek.
Yeah.
We're in a conundrum. Definitely gets too deep. And you sink like 2 feet anyway. Dadgummit. Sneak up to that tree. I'm gonna grab this decoy and I'm gonna sneak it out a little bit, but we can shoot down on this bottom from that.
Another one, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one.
We've probably got 20 birds up there.
Another one. Yeah, maybe more than that. Another one, another one, another one. Another one. Another one. There's another one. They keep flying that. I bet we got 30, 40 birds up there.
Yeah. They're flying down to this field, which is private.
Oh.
But it's open and exposed. That wind's cutting in that way. I think it's going to push them down to the draw. We're kind of exposed here, so I think what we're going to end up doing is getting these cedars, just hugging these cedars as we go up. We've got, I don't know, there's 4, 5, 6 birds gobbling in there.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a good strutter. We're just going to work our way. They're grouped up. I'm not going to take the chances and trying to pull a full group over here. They're going to go where they want to go. We just got to get close enough. So use these cedars, get up closer so we can get some eyes on them, figure how they're going to come down, wait them out.
Okay.
Tom's on the backside and we got hens between us. 3 or 4 of them right there. You think somebody's been hanging out right here? There's deer rubs in here. We're probably like in a buck bedding area. I'm gonna mark that on the Onyx too.
Yeah, might as well.
Come back here and hunt. There's a deer out in the field. That's pretty. Walking across. Fence line's right here. Oh snap. Just get out right here. They aren't responding to me, so. Almost sounds like somebody calling. I'm listening. It's like sleep balls. You see the sleep balls? Alright, so just made it back to the truck. Turn off the tracking right now. Got an easier way to walk in the morning now. We had a fun time this morning trying to cross the creek. Ended up someone else put a board down there, so we crossed the board coming back. So you couldn't get a better morning for opening morning, that's for sure, especially if the winds. It's kicking. I bet it's 30, 40-ish, gust up to 40 maybe, but at least in the 20s or 30s up here on a hilltop, and it's actually pretty dang windy. Enough to push you around a little bit, but that's where the turkeys are at. So I really don't know how many we heard. There's probably in that group, there's 30 plus turkeys in there, and a bunch of gobblers. We did see one that strutted up the full fan, so we know there are some shooters in there, but they all went to private, right against the private. They're up on the ridge top. They're working. I don't know why they're out in that area with the wind blowing them around. I figured they'd be down here in this bottom. So anyway, we know where they're at. The other guys have been hearing birds, but they're seeing hunters and stuff. But we're going to go check a couple other spots. I know this is going to be a bomb spot, especially like tomorrow morning, but this evening we know where they roost. Like Brayton and I came out here during the archery season, and that's where the turkeys were at, and they are still back there, and there's tons of scratching. So if nothing else, we'll try to intercept them this evening as they're going into roost, or we'll be in here super duper early in the morning. But got some other properties to hit. We might still kill a bird and leave these for another hunt, or somebody else. Find out. Why the turkey crossed the road? They did it! Not here. They could have. Yes, they did. On to the next. Weather's changed. We're out here in Nebraska. It's public land, quite a ways over in Nebraska. And this morning we went out, and this is the area where Brayton and I had hunted, deer hunted last fall. We heard a bunch of turkeys in here, so we scouted everywhere else, kind of left this alone, just kind of gambling that those turkeys would still be in here. Sure enough, this morning, made a move. There's a lot of turkeys in here. There's 30 or 40 in a group. We definitely saw one gobbler, but it sounds like multiple gobblers in here. They kind of went off onto private. Super windy this morning. It doesn't even look like the same day. Went back, we took a nap, like 45 minutes of a nap, and the day is different. So it was in the 30s. It was sleeting, snowing, raining this morning with winds and like up to 30 plus, and then after the nap, now it's sunny. It is like 56, almost 60 degrees out. The winds have died down a little bit and going to die down this evening, so it's phenomenal. We're going to get in there. This is just kind of a little overlooked chunk of public that nobody thinks that there's really turkeys on, because it's not easy to see the turkeys. We're literally going on the very back side, and there's a lot of turkeys in here, and they're using it like clockwork. So we're going to get in there. We're going to cross the creek. That was a big problem that we had this morning. We found a little bridge. Brayton still has a problem crossing it, but we're going to get across it this afternoon. Get in there, just spend time sitting and waiting, and wait for the big old flock to come by. I appreciate it.
How are we getting so lucky with intel? Like, that guy just stops and just super nice, tells us where these turkeys have been seen all up and down this road all week long and where else to go. And I didn't even care. I told him exactly where we saw them. Like, usually I don't share information, but I was like, dude, you're sharing, I'll share. Like,
Right.
I want him to be successful, but that's pretty cool.
I'm sure he has private that he can.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's like, you have fun with these turkeys.
Yeah.
I'll go kill my own, but heck, it could be up there in the wheat patch.
Maybe.
Wheat patch or, oh, I don't even know what to do now. He said they've been up there all week in that. Like all week. You can't disregard that.
Right.
We might have to go up there and just
glass a little bit.
Yeah, and throw little calls out. Who's there? Kind of playing it safe. We've snuck down through this whole creek bottom, come up to where we last saw him earlier today, and couldn't get anything to talk. Decided to slip in here. We're going to spend 5-6 hours just kind of sitting around the roost area. Start heading to the roost area. Somebody's at the roost area. He just gobbled and echoed to this whole area, and he's down there in that vicinity. So we're kind of by here, but this is the most cover that's around here. We're going to kind of keep hugging these cedars, see if we can get an eye on him down there, and see if we can make a play. Burning up. I was freezing this morning, sleeting, now I'm sweating. There's some gobblers in there, but there's some jakes too.
Yeah.
I got one at the end. Alright, we're going to back around, go up here.
Yeah, they're moving.
Fast. Especially bow. Gotta be careful about what you've seen here though. Watch your movements, because they're probably, so they can kind of see. You hear them coming? I do. Is that the turkey I hear? Oh, turkey coming into it. Tell him you can see him, because I can't. They're still going to the decoy. Yeah. I have to take like some steps forward. See? I think I hit the top one. Right. What the crap? It looked good, didn't it? What the crap? Dude, I felt like dead freaking on. I like went up his leg just like it's supposed to, and I was like, okay, he's kind of half strut, so I know where his vitals are. Perfect. I'd rather him be like that than strutted. And I heard a whack. Feathers.
Yeah.
They're all clipped. Right there, though. It definitely expanded. It's got blood on it. All the feathers are sticking to it, so there's blood down it. One of the blades broke, but it expanded.
Look at that. Yeah, you don't normally get a blood trail out of a turkey.
No. I think he's gonna bleed to death.
Yeah, he's done.
Look.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
No, it's just, that's crazy. What in the world?
Lord, let's find it.
There's something flapping down there.
Hold. Listen. You hear that? There's
Yeah.
flapping?
Yeah.
That means he's dead. Where's he flapping at?
I could just hear flapping, it sounded like.
That means they're probably spurring him. He's dying. There's blood right underneath that tree right there.
Yeah, that's your turkey.
There's a dead one.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's a live one. There's a dead one.
Oh. Nice.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that's freaking awesome.
Not a bad bird.
No. Perfect shot, though. I mean,
I thought it was.
it's a little... Well, I mean, it's...
But it was weird.
He's got it. Like it's a little, it's about perfect, honestly.
Not bad, bro.
Just a 2-year-old bird.
Hey, it was still an awesome hunt, that's
Thank you, Lord. Jeez, that was kind of crazy, man. Like, to have these birds, like literally even when I was right here at 5 yards from this bird, there was a tom in this brush pile, and I watched him walk out while he was still and then strutting up.
That's crazy.
Oh, man. So, we got her done. Opening day here in Nebraska. Decided we got nothing against crossbows. I love that they get a lot of people into the outdoors, and I was going to take this expedition crossbow and have a little goal that I was going to lay down a turkey with my first ever crossbow, and it was fun. It was not easy by any means. It's got its own challenges for sure, and this morning we heard these birds gobbling their heads off, so we knew we were going to come back in here and set up around that roost, and we played games. They were on private, and we just listened to them go back and forth, and they finally started coming down. They were going to come on to public, and it was just no turkey hunt's ever the same. There was a slender draw wash that we were sitting down in, and we're like, they're gonna come down one side or the other. We literally ran from, which is not very far, it's just 10 feet, set up on one side, thinking they're gonna come up, ran to the other side, thinking they were gonna set up over there, then they gobbled again, went to the other side, set up, had the decoy out, and lo and behold, they came within probably 5 to 6 yards of Brayton, right behind him. He was facing me, and they were strutting, they were gobbling at 5 yards, and there's no way to pull around, get a shot. Did the smart thing, which is the hard thing, let them pass. They went down, we let them get out of sight, they were still gobbling, we knew where they were at, and I was like, do we make a move? And Brayton's like, why don't you try to hit the call again? I was like, I just didn't know if they were gonna come back up into that decoy. Sure enough, they responded again, and just sat there, and sure enough, they started popping out. Put on what I thought was a perfect shot, and after all the turkeys come back in, I think another one joined the group. I was confused, I didn't know. We just didn't hear flogging, we didn't hear flapping, nothing. Just never seen a blood trail like that ever. There was almost 30 yards of non-stop, almost droplet to droplet contact for 30 yards. And we knew he was gonna be dead. And you know, we were gonna circle back around, get our stuff, and Brayton's like, I hear like flogging or flapping of wings or fighting or something. I was like, that means he's probably dead. And we could hear them kind of doing their purring, fighting. And sure enough, went down there, put the stock on him, again, gonna pull off another shot, and he's there. Like, Brayton laid down some epic footage. It's just a solid 2-year-old bird, but how much fun was this? This was absolutely insane for those birds to like get that close to Brayton and I. That was the hunt in itself. We already talked about it. Like, if that was the way the hunt ended and we didn't take a bird home, that was worth it. And sure enough, it worked out even better. So pretty dang cool. We got Wendell, we got Scotty here. They've been on birds. Hopefully we'll get them on birds. I think Brayton and I are gonna split up now, and we're going to film the other guys. Let's try to get them on a bird. Got a couple of days here left with those guys, but look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Couldn't be more blessed. Thank God for this. Gosh, it's pretty cool. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you guys are staying tuned for all our turkey episodes. We're going to have a ton this year. We got guys all over in all different states, and we're having a blast doing it. So follow along with us. Make sure you subscribe, comment down below, give a thumbs up, follow us on our other platforms, and until next time, have a better than average day. That wind took it. That's what that was. Like, it literally went, I didn't even hit the camera. Yee-yee! Jesus, that was close.
Did it 100 times these two.
I know, I did it right there at the end.